I'm a native Albertan, one of the few.
Oh, didn't I finish mine? Or what?
I was raised just in the Turner Valley country. Worked in the Royal Bank for a year for $100 a month before I got married. We were married in, well, we used to go up to the sheep ranger station, and my dad liked to fish up there, and they used to go up quite often on Sundays for picnics and stuff, and I used to go by that ranger station and think, geez, that's nice, I'd sure like to live there. And then when Ray talked about hiring on there, wanting to become a forest ranger, I thought, that'd be boring for him. He's used to, doing stuff, but I couldn't believe it. I always wanted to live there, and I did. We got married in 1956, and we were married. Well, he was at the ranger station when we got married. He just started. So that was our start. We were married for, what, 14 months and had number one son. And he got transferred to the Red Deer when he was just a baby. He was only, I think, 6 weeks old. And then 16 months later, number two son came, which I was glad, because being out on the districts, that's all they had for company was each other for a lot of years. Till we got back to the Ghost. And then, of course, the Bar C there had, when they bought the place, there was 5 kids, 2 families, so then the kids had company. And we finally got a school bus, and we finally got a telephone. Cal was in grade 3 by that time, because I taught him grade 1 and 2 on correspondence. We had no buses or phones or anything.
So I started, I was working on a ranch just outside the Forest Reserve, and I was there for about 3 years, but I got to know the people in the Forest Reserve, because in the summertime we put cattle in the Forest Reserve, so I would help looking after them in the summer, and then I got to know the ranger, and I decided that I wanted to be with forestry, so I went into Calgary one day to the forestry office and put in an application. Well, the superintendent there said, we're not hiring right now for forestry people, but we do need some equipment operators. And I said, well, what kind of equipment? Well, we've got 2 or 3 cats, and we're building roads and stuff like that. Well, I said, I've been doing that. And I had a little bit of cat experience, so I got hired. And so I worked all one summer on the new highway, Highway 40, and it was getting towards middle of summer, close to fall, and the superintendent came out one day, and I was on the cat just building the road, and that was the highway out west. And he stopped me and he said, well, you wanted to be a forest ranger at one time, didn't you? And I said, oh yeah. And he said, well, we got an opening. If you're interested, he said, we got an opening and you can start tomorrow. Well, that made me pretty happy, and the next day I went into Calgary and signed up for the forest ranger. But I had to go for a year, on what do you call it?
Probation.
Yeah, just make sure, they want to make sure that I could do the work and like the work. But anyway, I didn't have to stay here. I only stayed for about 3 or 4 months, and the superintendent come out when I was working this one day, and he said, no, you're okay, you're hired. So that was it. I went to forestry, and that was probably the rest of my life was with Forest Service. I started
At the sheep.
at the sheep ranger station, yeah, and I was there for, I think I was there for about 2 years, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
And then the ranger there, the head ranger, was a hard guy to get along with. He was nice, but he's hard to get along with. If you're out playing, he was good. If you're doing your work, he'd tell you what to do, but he wouldn't be there to help you. And I think for the first couple of weeks I was there, all I did was dig. They were putting the line in for water down to some other buildings, and you had to go before down as deep as the frost, and it was probably 500 or 600 yards, and I was digging it, and he wouldn't come in. He sat in the house. He wouldn't come in. Now my folks came up for a visit, and so I went to him and said, I'm going to take a couple of days off, and I'd take my dad out and show him the country a little bit. And he said, not until that line's dark. So Dad got right in it and helped me do it, and we finished it, and then I got a little bit of time off. Well, that kind of did me in. So I went into Calgary to the superintendent and told him more. I said, no, I've had enough with this guy. And he said, well, we'll find you another place. We don't want to lose you. So he did, and I got a transfer to
The Red Deer Ranger Station.
the Red Deer Ranger Station. And they were nice there. The head ranger was really a nice guy. And so I stayed there for, 2.5 years, I think. 2 or 2.5 years. And then a position opened at the Ghost, and I put in an application, and I got the job. So that was it. Stayed with Forster the rest of my life. 1960, we went to the Ghost.
September the 6th, 1960. That was Mom's birthday.
Yeah.
And my mother's birthday. I can remember that.
So we stayed at the Ghost until 70, was it?
76? Yeah,
Oh.
76. We were there 16 years.
And then we were transferred to Canmore. And we stayed at the Canmore Ranger Station.